Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone who follows me on YouTube and Facebook. I have made a commitment to go live more often to make connections with the people that follow me. And so my name is Sheryce Watson. I am the author of two books that help women in peri and postmenopause. The first is But My Vagina Still Works. It is a menopause wellness journal, and it is full of holistic solutions to the many menopause symptoms that I had in peri and postmenopause. And it is available through the link in my bio on my website, which is asacredpause.com. Okay, it's also available in the TikTok shop if you're on that app under A Sacred Pause LLC. That is the name of my business. And along with that book, we also have Kitchen Alchemy, which is a recipe book that is based on using phytoestrogen. Now, phytoestrogen foods help women in peri and postmenopause because they mimic the effects of estrogen on your body. So these are two books that are available through Sacred Pause Publications, and they are designed to work together to help you through your menopause journey. The reason they're designed to work together is because in the journal, one of the things that I talk about is phytoestrogen foods. And a way that you can use them on a regular basis is by preparing meals that you like and using the phytoestrogen foods. And those recipes are in the book, in the recipe book. Okay, so there's two items available through Sacred Pause Publications to help you through your menopause journey. Now, when I made the commitment to start going live more regularly, I decided that Monday morning was a good time to speak with you all about motivating yourself for the week. So this is the first of many Menopause Monday motivations that we will be coming on regularly on Monday to give you some affirmations or good feelings, good vibes to get through your week. Now, I'm speaking to you on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously. I wanted to be able to do that with TikTok and have all three apps on this restream is what I'm using. Okay. But, TikTok has its own rules and I wasn't able to do that. So later, like in about 7 minutes, I'm going to add TikTok to the live, and I may be speaking to the people in TikTok world, but I'm still here with you as well. So before I add Tik to the equation, I'm just going to share with you some of the thoughts I have for, sorry about that, some of the thoughts I have for Monday motivation. So if I'm looking down, that means I'm reading my notes, so don't worry, okay? So we're going to talk about different things every Monday, but today is the day that we're going to talk about menopause is not an emergency. It is a change in your body that happens because you start losing estrogen at a particular age. And that age is different for every woman. What I've learned is the earlier you start your menstrual cycle, then that will be the earlier you start perimenopause. Perimenopause is the first entrance into the menopause metamorphosis. That's what I call it, okay? The menopause metamorphosis, because although it is a medical science thing that's happening to your body, it's also a mental thing that's going to change you into a completely different woman. And I know this from my own personal experience. I wouldn't even be talking to you the way I'm talking to you had I not gone through that metamorphosis. And that's why I do what I do, because when I went through my perimenopause journey and started in 2005, I didn't know what the heck was going on. And I figured it out regularly, daily, living through it, but not getting much support from doctors or other women who had already been through the journey. It's a lot of people are talking about the menopause experience now because there are women in Hollywood that are talking about it. But back in 2005, there weren't a lot of people that were talking about menopause. And the word was that you couldn't really use HRT because it wasn't safe. Hormone replacement therapy is what HRT is. And back then, they were saying it wasn't safe. You could get all kinds of cancer. So I didn't try it. I white knuckled my way through, and everything that I did try, I put in this journal because a lot of it worked. Okay, very good holistic solutions that, if you practice on a regular basis, will help you during your journey. So, menopause is not an emergency. A lot of it seems that way, right? Because when you're going through it, your whole life is changing. Okay, but not every symptom needs panic. Okay, not every setback means something is wrong. Sometimes your body is acting for patience, asking for patience, not punishment. And you really have to be patient with yourself during this journey, because you can be very hard on yourself when you walk into a room and completely forget why you went in there. You start thinking you're getting Alzheimer's or something at an early age. No, it's called brain fog. And, there are things that you can do to help with your brain fog that are holistic things. That's why this journal is very important, because although a word is escaping me because of brain fog, the Food and Drug Administration, although they have updated their black label warnings on hormone replacement therapy, and it says now that women can use it for longer periods of time, and it is safe. Okay. In fact, for some people, it is a life saving. So they have removed those warnings. However, you still are going to deal with things because there's not a one-shot deal. You go to the doctor, they take your levels, they give you what they prescribe as something that's going to help you. But do your levels stay that way? No. So you're going to have to go back and keep having the hormone replacement therapy adjusted to what your levels are at any specific time. So my point is that you're going to need other solutions besides hormone replacement therapy. So it's important that you look into holistic solutions. And that's what the journal gives you, a plethora of holistic solutions. Another thing you're going to have to start doing in your peri and postmenopause journey is love the woman in the mirror. Love the woman in the mirror. And during menopause, a lot of us, not everyone, everyone's journey is different, but a lot of us go through a period of negative self-talk, and it's amplified during peri and postmenopause. So you're going to need to, I'm giving you this Monday motivation to help you to love the woman in the mirror. Now, it is time, my scheduled time to add TikTok to the live. So if you see me up here looking like this, I'm looking at my iPad and talking to someone in the TikTok universe. But I am not neglecting you, okay? So give me a second to get my TikTok audience on the live. Okay, and here we are. Good morning, TikTok. Good morning, TikTok and Facebook and YouTube. Good morning to everyone. I'm going to continue on with what I was talking about. Now, I've been committed to going live more often and expanding my audience through live connections. And that's what I'm doing today. So give me a minute to get my TikTok audience together here. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, EUN. Thank you for joining the live. Good morning, Dominique. Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you all coming today. Okay, and the publisher of my journals has joined the live, Sacred Pause Publications, and has joined the live. Let's see. Sometimes I have guests in my life, and today I guess I'm alone. So, okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Alba, Izzy. Good morning. Okay, so I'm going to let you people know in the TikTok University that I have been talking already with people. Good morning, Sunshine, in YouTube and Facebook. I'm also live on those apps as well. So what I've been talking about is how I have made a commitment to go live more often. And I'll just share with you. Hi, Ramon. Thank you for joining the live. I'll just share with you that when I initially joined TikTok and when most people joined, everybody was trying to get to 1,000 followers so they could go live. Hi, Inez Phipps. Good morning. Yeah, I was trying to get to 1,000 followers. That's how much you needed when you first joined TikTok to go live, right? And so once I got to that, guess what? I was frozen. I couldn't go live because I was afraid. Hi, Desiree. Thank you for joining the live. Yes, I was frozen. Hi, Jack. Thank you for joining the live. Hi, Brenda. Thank you for joining the live. And Randy. Leanne, thank you for joining the live. Yeah, I was frozen. I got to the 1,000 followers where I wanted to be because I knew that that's what I needed to be able to go live. And then, hi, Dee Dee, thank you for joining the live. Fitness Father, thank you for joining. Happy Father's Day. Hi, Queer Cattell, thank you for joining the live. Brittany. Thank you for joining the live. You guys are showing up today. Okay. Yeah, so I made a commitment, and Monday morning is one of my days that I have decided to meet with you all and to talk about, what do I always talk about? Menopause. Yes, I am Sheryce Watson. I am a menopause wellness coach. And I get on this live. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Brittany. I get on the lives because I want to create community between women who are going through peri and post menopause. Okay, so this is my why. I share with you my why, and I come and be present every day to help women transition easier through peri and post menopause. Now, so I decided to start going live more often. And I was talking about how when I first came on TikTok, most people were trying to get to 1,000 followers, so they could go live. And I got to it pretty quickly, and then I was frozen and didn't ever go live. I was afraid. There were a lot of factors behind that, what my fear was about, mostly about being in a room by myself and nobody participating. It seemed like really challenging. And now I don't feel that way anymore because I feel like the message that I'm giving is more important than the fear I have to deliver it. Okay, so I've made a commitment to go live more often. That's why I'm here this morning. And I'm also, like I said, live on two other apps at the same time. I'm using the app called Restream, and I'm also live on my Facebook page and my YouTube page. So I'm out there, y'all. I'm out there. I'm getting over my fears and healing out loud in front of everybody. So I was talking this morning about menopause before I was talking to YouTube and Facebook about menopause not being an emergency. A lot of women go through their perimenopause journey and are surprised at the changes that go through their body. We often talk about, menopause in a negative way because it is pretty negative for the most part. But one thing that I like to tell people is that it is a transformation. It is a metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. It's like a woman going through what a butterfly goes through. Coach Noya, thank you for joining the live. Yeah, it's like a woman goes through what a butterfly goes through in the cocoon, changing and everything. And that's what your peri and postmenopause journey is. It's a transformation. Now, when you're going through different stages of life, you can't be critical of yourself for the things that transpire during that transformation. So you cannot sit there and talk negatively. Oh, these hot flashes are killing me. Oh, this brain fog sucks. Everything about menopause is miserable. When you speak negatively like that, what do you think the outcome of your journey will be? I'll wait. Anybody have an idea? Negative talk breeds negative action. So when you sit there and say, I hate menopause, this stuff is terrible, you're talking negatively about a transformation that's really about making you a better woman, believe it or not. So you need to start talking more positively about your menopause journey. Speak life into your journey. Okay? Mo Gamer, thank you for joining Live Clips. Thank you for joining. The key message today is not every symptom needs to, you don't need to panic. Some of these things are natural things that transpire because you're losing estrogen. And every part of your body almost has estrogen receptors. Every part. Okay. So when you start losing estrogen, every part of your body is affected. So you can't be in panic mode about your journey because that's going to make it a little harder. Words matter. Words matter. Words have a vibration. That's how words are formed, through vibrations in your vocal cords. So your vibrations, when you start saying things negatively about your menopause journey, that's the vibration you're creating with your literal vocal cords. Okay? You can't speak negatively over your journey consistently. Okay, I just want to put that out there because I'm guilty of that too. I am. I'll go in a room and forget what I went in there for. A few minutes ago, I was trying to talk about something and forgot the word I was looking for. So it happens. It's not a sign that you're getting Alzheimer's. It's a natural part of menopause. Because why? Because estrogen affects your brain too. Yes, there are estrogen receptors in your brain. So they're everywhere. And that's why it's a full body experience. Full body. But not every setback means something is wrong. Okay? It's a transformation. It's like a butterfly in the cocoon. And the butterfly, you think the butterfly is transforming into a whole different thing without any. So, point is that the trend is not going to be comfortable. It's not. So, just might as well deal with it positively and not negatively. Okay? Then sometimes your body is asking for patience and not punishment. You cannot be always talking negatively. It just is just the menopause journey. I'm telling you, try talking positively about it for a day. Every symptom that you experience, let's say you just get hot flashes, 3 or 4 an hour, sweating and all that. Listen, you're going to have to start speaking positively, even about that. Even about that. Yes, yes. You are transforming into a different woman. Hi, Deborah. Thank you for joining the live. And it's going to come with some discomfort. I decided to get over my fear of going live so I could create more community and talk with more people about this journey. So that's why I'm here this morning. I am, as I was telling my audience on YouTube and Facebook, I am the author of But My Vagina Still Works, a menopause wellness journal, which is available in the TikTok shop. Okay. And so this journal has a lot of holistic solutions to many menopause symptoms, many. It has a guide on phytoestrogen based foods because phytoestrogen based foods mimic the effects of estrogen for women in peri and postmenopause. When you're losing estrogen, you could do hormone replacement therapy. But if you don't, because it's not available to everybody, it's not available to some people because it's not covered by insurance. It's not available to some people because it negatively affects their body. So the solutions in this journal are mostly plant-based holistic solutions or things that you can do that will not affect your body negatively. Okay, so that's why it's important to add many tools to your arsenal when you're combating your menopause symptoms. Okay, if you're able to get hormone replacement theory, uh, hormone replacement. This is wild. Okay, if you're able to get hormone replacement therapy, if you are a candidate for that, then great. It probably will alleviate a lot of your issues, but not all of them. And the mental aspect of menopause is not discussed a lot. So, hormone replacement therapy may not help with that completely because listen, a lot of people need to really work on their self care, and journaling is a form of self care. So that's why putting your thoughts out on the pages. Now, this book is not just blank pages. This journal has much of my experience, holistic solutions for symptoms. And then it has pages to write down the solutions that you tried and how well they worked. So it's important to keep track of that because you want to keep using the things that are working and weed out the things that don't. Everything is not going to work for everybody. So that's why there's many, many, many solutions that are holistic. And then you have the blank pages for journaling. So there's plenty of blank pages throughout the journal for writing your thoughts. A lot of things that go on in the menopause journey are mental. but that's not talked about. Those are the things that people talk about. This is not what happens to you mentally. There's a whole section in the journal on emotional wellness because that is an area that I was really affected by. I went to a dark place in my menopause journey and I write about it. And then I say how you can combat emotional wellness. You can try the things, write how they work for you, and then more pages to journal. So there's plenty of blank pages, but there's also substance here, talks about things that I went through. The thing about this journal is it is a tool. It is a tool. And there are many tools that women can use during their menopause, metamorphosis. These are two. Oh, because I put in the journal the information about phytoestrogen foods, I and another person created this recipe book that's phytoestrogen based recipes to balance hormones and chakras in menopause. So these are companion books. They work well together and they are available in the TikTok shop. And I would like to say also that because I'm a menopause wellness coach and I have studied the things that happen to women in menopause extensively to get a CTA, I am offering coaching with for anyone that purchases the Menopause Journal. Okay, 30 minutes of free coaching and companionship on your journey. And that's what's really important, companionship on your journey. That's why I put that as the third part of the journal, social wellness. Put that in the journal. There's three sections that are the core of the journal: emotional wellness, physical wellness, and social wellness. And those three things are the things that I found lacking in my journey. And that's why I put them in the journal, because those are areas where I think a lot of women will find they need help with. You can't, it's very difficult to go through this menopause metamorphosis, this transition, without the support, without the help of someone else. And that's the whole reason I do this, because I went through such a traumatic experience in my menopause journey. When I finally came out of what I call a 10-year menopause fog, but it was actually more than 10 years. It was from 2005 to 2017. In 2017, I found relief, and it wasn't from a doctor. Okay. I found relief in nature, in plant medicine. That the plant medicine helped me with my low libido, with my sleep problems, with my brain fog, with my dryness problem. Like the plant medicine did very well for me. And from 2005 to 2017, I just white knuckled my way through. But then I found plant medicine, and that changed everything for me. So there's going to be something that works for you as well. And among all the holistic solutions in my journal, I think that the plant medicine is the one that helped me the most. Now, that along with that was the meditation. How many of you meditate? Do you think meditation is necessary for you on your menopause journey? It absolutely is. You need to be able to quiet your mind and connect to source. And it's very important. So once I added these three things to my journey, the plant medicine, regular physical exercise, and meditation. Those three things were the key to me being better functioning, because prior to those three things, it was a challenge. And I know that a lot of you all are going through challenging periods of time now, too. If you're in perimenopause, a lot of you probably don't understand what's happening with your body. Like, things are happening and they're weird, and you probably don't even know that they're a menopause symptom. A lot of women don't have symptoms that interrupt their lives. So they don't know that they're even experiencing perimenopause because the symptom is not interrupting their lives. And that's great for them. Yay, yay for them. But other people like me are going through hell. And, it can be challenging to talk positively about a journey that's causing you discomfort. But again, I want to go back to the butterfly. The butterfly goes through a whole metamorphosis. They become a whole different thing. And I don't know, we've never talked to butterflies. So we don't know what it feels like. But I can tell you what the menopause metamorphosis feels like. It feels weird. It's challenging. It's hard to sometimes talk positively about what you're going through because it's causing you a lot of discomfort and interrupting your daily life. So I get it. It's easy to fall back on this sucks. You cannot do that. I'm telling you, you must start talking more positively about your menopause journey. Okay. My commitment was to go live more often. I didn't say I was going to stay on live for hours and hours like some of y'all I see. I'm not doing that. I committed to 30 minutes this morning to talk to you about speaking differently about your menopause journey. So I'm going to say to you that the message today for Monday Motivation is: before you speak negatively about yourself this week, pause. Your body is listening. Your mind is listening. Speak life over your menopause journey, because if you do that, it becomes a little easier. Words have power. Words have vibration. That's what's called vibration. Make that vibration a positive vibration over your menopause journey. Speak life. You're not behind. This feels especially relevant because a lot of women get into this phase of life and they think, oh, I should have been able to do this by now, or I should have been able to do this by now. I should have been able to be here by now. And that's negative self-talk. Yeah, you might have had dreams that got deferred, but that doesn't mean they ain't never gonna happen. I'm 64. I wrote this journal in 2024, the first edition. This is the second edition. It's way better than the first edition, but I had to go through a lot to get this edition published under my own publishing company. I had to take back my journal from another publisher in order to be able to publish it under Sacred Paws Publications. So in the last 3 to 4 years, I've published 2 journals, started a publishing company and a wellness company, Sacred Paws LLC, a Sacred Paws LLC, and also Sacred Paws Botanicals is coming. That had to be pushed back for a while because I did have a partner working with me, and that partner has chosen to go their own way. So I'm alone now. And that's cool. But I have to do all the work. And so in that process, it did become a little difficult. But guess what? I'm right on time. I'm right on time. I'm right on time because everything is always working for my good. So So I'm not behind. I'm not behind at all, and neither are you. If you're a woman in peri or postmenopause and you feel like you're behind because of what you're going through, you're not. You're right on time. Your journey. I'm wrapping this up now. I just want to say, because I say that if you're still here, you're still becoming. Okay. You don't get to an age and that's it. You're still becoming. Even at 64, I'm still becoming. So you are too. Hi, Nicole. Also, you're not behind. I already said that part. And you're unfolding in your own time. Okay. The glow up didn't end at 40. If you went into perimenopause like I did around 40 ish, and you think that's it, it's not. It's not. You've got a long way to go, and you're transforming into something very beautiful. So society acts like women should disappear when they age. When you reach a certain age, you're supposed to be quiet and sit down and just cater to others. But that's not really what we should do. Okay. I'm here at 64 and I'm building businesses, writing books, going to concerts. I went to see Jill Scott. Man, that was good. And so life is to be enjoyed, and menopause should not deter you from enjoyment. Just start reframing the way you speak about your menopause journey. Instead of you having a hot flash, you're having an energy bolt. Okay. Instead of you're having a brain fog, you're having a reboot. Okay. I know it's corny, but I'm telling you, you must speak positively over your journey because words have power. Vibrations that come from words have power. You want to be in a vibration that's positive and is going to positively affect your journey. And I think that's it. I think that's all I have for today. And I appreciate everyone that came to hear me speak today, everybody that stayed in the room, and those of you who stayed on the outside because you didn't want me to know you was watching me. That's cool. That's cool. I love you too. All right, y'all. That's it. Go forth and be great.